And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have on the line with us right now head football coach of the Panthers, Coach BUBBA McDowell. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
Could be better. Could be better.
I do understand, my friend. I do understand. If you could, give us a recap of how things unfolded from your vantage point, sir.
I just think, first of all, I think we just came out. We wasn't focused. I just think too many distractions throughout the course of the whole game. Even though we still, had chances to win the game, it was the focus factor that ended up playing a big role, crucial roles in crucial situations, as well as and I'm one never to complain a whole lot or very rarely. Well, again, when you're playing against a good team like Alcorn, like Grambling, who's gotten a whole lot better under Coach Hugh Jackson. But then you also playing against the ref, it makes it very hard to win a game. I know we've had our mistakes. We've caused mistakes that hurt us, in crucial situations, as I said earlier. But those crucial situations where these guys was calling in plays on us and not calling things on them, I mean, it really hurt us in crucial times, and I was very, very disappointed in that, just the way they called the game, as a group. And, believe me, I'm going to call Mr. Kelly about that and definitely request that, we don't have that crew again, because this is the second time we had them in a row, Alcorn, then this game, and shoot, we had them Alcorn last year, and shoot, the same situation, with, bad calls. So, and not saying that was it, Mike, but again, we still have to be able to get through situations like that, and we had a chance to do that. But again, I just think down the stretch, they just played a much better football game than we did. We was all over the place, offensively, misreads, here and there, that I thought should have definitely helped us out down that fourth quarter time stretch. Defensively, again, we're still missing a lot of tackles, but at the same time, we missing assignments, and that started up front. We knew these guys were going to come out to us in the secondary. We got to figure out how to help them guys back there, more importantly, because if not, then we're going to get the same situation throughout the rest of the year. So, again, just figure out. We just got to figure out how to get these guys, to finish it. Kind of like we talked about all year long, and that we didn't do this past weekend. Is finish the ball game.
Okay. Now, when you talk about some of the extra challenges, and when you referring to like officiating, what were some things that you look at that were within control? I know you talked about assignments and things of that nature, but I guess it's more than speaking to how guys are reacting or to personal attacks and they get caught on the back end. How do you help them overcome that particular challenge?
You can overcome it. The only way you can overcome it is to, is to make the plays. Because, they're going to call what they're going to call. Just like the pass interference on us, with Malachi, and shoot, that gave them life again. That was third, fourth down. They ended up scoring that drive. We had them stop, and the thing is, they came to me before and said, hey, we're going to let the guys play. We're going to let them play. Okay, so if you're going to let them play, let them play. But then, you call that pass interference on Malachi, then you don't call the push-off on Malachi again when it was on their sideline in the fourth quarter, which was a crucial down distance at that time. And I'm like, dude, it got them from the 50 all the way down to, the plus 35. But blatantly push-off. So, things like that. Again, if you're going to, I'm all for it. If you're going to let them play, let them play. One with Freddie Bird, shoot, the dude just slammed him by, but nothing was called. Then you got their DB who got, Spillo just locked up man-to-man. One arm, grabbing him and ain't looking back for the ball, but, you don't call that play. So it was little things like that, and that again, during a crucial down situation that, would have helped us, move the ball or continue to move the ball. But again, Mike, I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but again, just call it both ways. If you're going to let them play, and I'm good with that.
Right. Well, like you said, it's all fairness, in that. If let them go at it, just be consistent, whichever way you want to call it. And I'm in total agreement with that. Look, you can vent over here, brother. You can vent over here all day.
Their O-line during the jump and the whole night, and then one time he right by me, he was getting ready to grab it, then he stopped, and then you can see Jay like, hey, you see it, you see it, Coach Ryan see it, but he didn't pull it out, he didn't call it, so we had to let it go.
Okay, and speaking of letting go, there's an old saying: you can't let this game beat you twice.
Absolutely.
You're coming back home. You're going to play a Valley who's yet looking for a win, but they are coming in with confidence. For the past consecutive 2 years or so, they've given the Panthers more than they could handle. How do you get refocused on that? And I heard you comment last week, if I'm not mistaken, that, we've still been struggling against the Mississippi schools. What's the antidote?
Antidote, again, just prepare. We're going to go back, reassess things and, assess things, properly. And, we're going to continue to do what we're doing all week. But, like I said, just reassess some things and, go out there and try to get better against a team that, again, that has the upper hand on us for the last 2 years. They playing well, and shoot, you just never know, Mike. And I've always said this to people. It's swag. It is the swag. It is what it is. Teams are who they are, and you just can't take any one of these teams for granted. And I say that again. That could be the east side or the west side. You got to come ready to play. And I guess probably the most disappointing thing for me is just that I was looking forward to this year doing something we had done, and that was, again, I truly felt that we have the talent, to have started a run here, and again, we wanted that run to start with Grambling, but of course that didn't happen, so I guess we got to start all over again. So we always say 1-0, so we're 0-1 now, so we gotta get back, get ready, get prepared for Valley. They're gonna come in, coach is gonna have them going, so we just gotta go out and just do what we are capable of doing, again, for 4 quarters. Again, it comes down to 4 quarters of football. You got to play it, to the last second, tick off. And we didn't do that, but Grambling did.
Right. Well, it was 2 things I wanted to touch on real quick, and you just touched on this one. Grambling did come out and for, I guess, all fairness and honesty, they were consistent on their attacking for the entire game.
Absolutely.
And it appeared to keep the guys on their heels. And in fairness to the defense, they were holding them to field goals. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, we keep holding them to threes, the offense is going to turn this thing around. And because we're not that far out, seeing that you came down from 13 at one time, 17 at another time, to keep this thing close. And it leads to, I got a lot of fan kickback, and I said I wasn't going to ask it, but I guess I might as well ask it. I understand it, but for clarity for those that are listening, A, do you believe that it was necessary to score that final touchdown? And then B, what did you think about it?
Dude, it's funny you mentioned that. I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed at first, and I said, you know what, I get it. I get it, being a coach, and I'm like, I even put myself in that situation. I'm like, would you have gone for it? You only have 43 seconds left on the clock. And I said, me, probably not. But, I'm not Hugh. Hugh's not me. I guess he had a point to prove. But believe me, that taught me a whole lot when I saw that.
Okay. Now, were there any exchange of words at the end of the game when you met?
No. I kept it clean, man. I did. I kept it clean because I don't want to be that guy. I really don't. But trust me, I was pissed on the inside, but I just kept it clean. Congratulated him, and got walked off, man. Because
Okay, so I gotta ask, Bubba, what was the lesson learned? You say it was a lesson learned. What was the lesson learned?
Trust me, if I ever in that position, you would know. Trust me. Oh, they will know.
And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you on your response to that.
I get it. But I agree. I mean, I'm serious. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, okay, they're gonna freaking try to score for real. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking they just gonna die. Oh, this knucklehead about to score for real. I thought, okay, but that's not okay. Keep it clean, man. Keep it moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's family programming, right? It's family program. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, with all that being established, and you still are not in bad shape of the West, you definitely would have been in much better shape. If we look at this, and we look at this thing in reality, and I know the old saying, we look at one game at a time. We're 1-0 this week, but you don't have to admit or even acknowledge, but you're human just like the rest of us. And I know you're looking at the potential scenarios that can happen. And you still have to take care of business, but there's still a strong possibility that you still can come out on top in the West.
Absolutely, man. And you're absolutely right. What you just said. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's what I tell them, because they got to know that. They got to believe that they will have an opportunity, to be where we want to be at the end of the year. Win the West, so we can play for the SWAC championship. Absolutely. Because they as players got to know that as well. Where we're standing. How do we get here? Why did we get here? All those scenarios have to take place, for them to know that, and to help them, understand, what, this is what we need to do from this point going forward to be where we need to be.
Yes, sir. Now, my final question, Bubba, is this. How do you feel that the team, or where do you feel the team is when it comes to discipline?
I think, we got. I'm gonna take full control of that myself. Looking at the film last night when I got here at 12, I didn't leave at about 3:00. Headed home and just look, and that's what I kind of said a little bit in the staff meeting. And I'm gonna take control of this, because obviously it's not getting done, the way I wanted to. And I talked about this, 3, 4, 5 games ago. Things are still happening, so I'm gonna take full control of it. I'm jotting down things, and all starts, personal fouls, and again, I'm looking at some of the film, and of course I'll make that judgment whether or not it's a personal foul. But for the most part, I'm gonna take care of that, and I promise you, it's gonna be taken care of.
Okay. Well, as I say, it's duly noted, and I do want to thank you because it's always tough coming off a game of significance like this, and I appreciate you staying professional and staying consistent with meeting with us. And I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments as we wrap this segment up, sir.
Yeah, no. Again, as you said, we're still in a good place. I got to make sure that they're still in a good place. I'm gonna have a team meeting with them tonight just to make sure and let them know where they at. We're still not out of it, and they still got to play football. Again, in order for us to be where we need to be. Really, truly think the fans were showing up out there last night, man. It was rocking, boy. I mean, it was so nice to see both sides. But I mean, the first side I saw, of course, was our side filling up and filled up really fast. Again, y'all put that on me, as a head coach. We didn't come out with that victory, but we still in the hunt. We gotta get some things corrected and set some things, and so we can move forward, and get this team to where we capable of being, and not be where we were last night again. So, saying that, we just got to go back and go to work and get some things done.
All right, Coach, we thank you, man, and let's say next week, man, we'll have a different outcome with some victory results to talk about. All right, my man?
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Bubba McDowell of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Tough recap, but that's what it's all about, standing up in the midst of adversity. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. And till the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.